In the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit, one God, Amen. We're so happy to have Uncle Iskander here tonight with us. Looking forward to learn from his vast experience in service.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. I really appreciate it. I was asked to talk about saints. But I want to ask you a question. Why we talk about saints? I know very little story. A little kid, his family went on a vacation to France, visited many churches with stained glass and sun going through. So he came back to school and the teacher asked him, who is a saint? So the little boy said, yes, yes. He said, is a man or a woman who the light can go through. Because he saw the stained glass and the sun going through. So this is the definition of a saint for him, which is true. So the definition of a saint is the one is a person whom the light of the Lord can go through him to us. We are all invited to be saints, every one of us here. And the Lord helps us. We know it's not easy, but it's more, we'll talk more about how can we live better life with joy and peace that no one can give except him. The saints had the joy and peace in the middle of their trouble, like St. Paul or any other saints we can talk about. The way to be a saint is to follow exactly what the Lord said. I am the life, the way, the life, and the truth. So the only difference between us and the saints, in my opinion, that they really, really are very strict with themselves. So they really follow the Lord in every step, in everything they say, in every word they say, in everything they do. So they get closer to the Lord every day with their experience in life. St. Paul mentioned that remember those who rule over you or have spoken the word of God to you, whose faith follow, considering the outcome of their conduct. So we will talk about few saints now. I didn't want to talk about one saint. We'll talk about few quickly, but you can see from their way of life that we can learn a lot and follow their way. My intercessor is Pope Kronos. And thank God you can see from the color of my hair that I really saw Pope Kronos. I served with him once in the altar, and my father was a priest, and he took us. My father actually was the first priest in the history of Coptic Church, university graduate. And I am saying that because before Pope Kyrillos, the church itself was not what we see today, like great priests in every church, great bishops. No. If somebody didn't have a job, he was ordained as a priest. So the church itself was not that high. So I can't say this word that high, but I mean, the Lord arranged it for an uplift to the church through Pope Kyrillos, since he was a monk before being ordained or enthroned as a pope. He was called Abu Namin al-Mutawahid. Ankara, yes. So during this time, many leaders of Sunday school churches, like Ambashnud, Abu Namin, my father was in Giza area. So all of them, they took care of all churches to have Sunday school, something new called at the time, called Sunday school. So Pope Kyrillos encouraged all of them. When he was enthroned as a pope, he ordained many of them as bishops, and they took over the church after. So he was a big step from, like, a big step for the church spirituality. But how did he do that? He did that through prayers. He was a man of prayer, mainly. He used to wake up at 3 in the morning to start tasbihah, to go for daily liturgy. We estimate that he prayed liturgies for about 13,000 liturgies in all his lifespan. So the liturgy and the Lord and the saints, especially Saint Mina was very close to him, were the key to do everything, to do his business. When he had problems, I remember people will go to him, complain, Abuna from certain church, coming to him, Sayyidina, we have a real problem now. So he says, St. George, this is your job. He used to say it like that simply. And then Abuna come back to say, oh, thank God you have a Sayyidina, it's solved. So he asked the chanter in the church to go and نعمل تمجيد, prayer to St. George, thanking him for what he did today to us. He was, especially with Saint Mina, he was so close, beyond any reasonable understanding of us. Pope Carolus, God granted him spiritual transparency. So he was able to know many things. That one Christian merchant came from Upper Egypt with his non-Christian partner. So he told his partner, you wait here, I'll go upstairs, get the blessing from Carolus, and then we go buy our stuff and go after. So as soon as Carolus saw him, he told him, is this right that if you have a guest, you leave him downstairs? Go call your friend. The guy went trembling. He knew that you are here. He knew that you are here. So they both came upstairs, and Carolus told them, as long as you are good to each other, honest to each other, God will bless your business. And he prayed for both of them. This is just one simple one. I have some, I don't know if he knew about it, let me know, so I won't repeat it. I have some personal in my family, miracles happen to us. You know, I don't know how many times you went to Egypt. Okay? In Egypt, we have some, is sensitive between us and some fanatic Muslims. It's very sensitive. So one day, the door knocked in a fanatic Muslim family, and the guy who makes frames, he told them, oh, I made this frame for the neighbor across the door in front of you, so please, can you give it to them when they come? So the lady told him, no, I can't take it. If my husband sees this picture in our home, he would divorce me, no question. So he told her, but I can't come again, please, please. Just put it anywhere. When your neighbor comes, just give it to her at once. So the lady thought, the only way to hide the picture is where? Under the bed. So her husband won't see it, and second day he would give the picture to. So second day in the morning, they will start for breakfast, and their crippled son, who couldn't walk, came running from his room. So his father told him, what's going on? How did you walk? He told him, a man with a beard came and told me, stand up, walk, go to your dad. So he told his wife, is there a man in this house other than me? So the lady started like that. She said, oh my God, it happened. So she told them, I'll tell you honestly, and you decide what you are. The guy came yesterday with a frame of sheikh, one of their sheikhs. That's what she said, to give the picture to our neighbor. And I didn't find any place except to hide it under the bed. So they got the picture. And the boy said, yes, this is the one who told me. Go and tell your dad. Is it nice that when you have guests, you put them under the bed? So the boy told, Pope Carolus told the boy this. So the man said, no, we are bad. You are really bad. If this saintly man did that to my son, so he called the neighbor, and the neighbor told them the stories about Pope Carolus, this after his departure. So they told him the story, and the guy said, now I will not let this picture leave my house. I'm sorry. You order another one for yourself, but this picture stays. So he had many miracles like that. I'll tell you about miracle for my family. If anybody knew it before, it's boring, let me know. Okay. I don't remember exact year, but one certain time, my mother had to remove their uterus. So she went to the Coptic hospital in Cairo. We were near Alexandria. So that operation was in the Coptic hospital. 7 weeks after, my mother encountered typhoid from the hospital. She went in a coma, and because of typhoid, it's an infectious disease, not even her treating doctor wanted to visit her room. So they prescribing any medication. So one elder lady from the family, she said, I'm an old, okay, I'll stay with Aida in her room. So she went stayed with my mom in the room alone. So my dad, I remember they sent us somebody to take us from the Manhur, which is beside Alexandria, say, come and see mom for the last time. Mom is in a coma, she will die, come and see her last time. So we went to the hospital. I remember very well when we were standing in front of the room. And then my father kept thinking, what should I do now? Actually, my father was gutsy. He wrote the obituary first, prepared himself, and then it hit him. Bob Carolus used to be your father, his father of confession before he was ordained as a pope. So he went to the cathedral, and because of the situation, he forgot to wear his hat. He did not have the hat, and he used to shave his head. So as soon as he saw Bob Carolus, he cried. So Bob Carolus قال له, I say it in Arabic first and then English. يا قسيس يقرأ. هو الرجالة تعيط. مين؟ Old priest. Two men cry. My father told him, Abu Sayyidina Aida is dying. I don't know how can I continue serving in the church without her. She is main support for me. She is as important as Abuna in his service. So Sayyidina Allah, don't cry, don't cry. Today is Saturday. He said yes. He told them Thursday morning, Aida will enter home on her feet. So my dad told them, Sayyidina, so what about my church? I am the only priest in the church. What can I do tomorrow, Sunday morning for the church? He told them, I sent the priest 2 hours ago. He is in the train now to pray tomorrow at your church. Yeah. So Pope Carolus knew that my dad will go to him and will ask for a priest to go 2 hours before even my dad asked. Went back to the hospital to make the long story short. My dad tried, he lost hope in the doctors. He was gutsy, so he started giving her his own medication. So suddenly my mom woke up Monday morning to Tuesday morning. She woke up from the coma, started talking. So he asked the lady with hair, who was here? Who was here? And I saw priests and some people with Sharia went around the bed like that and then they left. She told them, Aida, the doctor doesn't enter. The nurse doesn't enter. No one entered this room except me. She told them, no, I saw them. Anyhow, my dad tried hard to get her out on Wednesday, didn't work. Thursday morning, she was able to take the train and enter her home or walk. And she lived 40 years after. So, but living around Pope Carolus was like that all the time. I remember when he built, anybody heard or visited St. Mina Monastery in Egypt? It's a huge monastery now. So when he was building the cathedral in the desert, many people told him, why are you wasting the Copts' money in the desert? And he said, one day this cathedral will be full of people. And I saw the cathedral full of people after. So now many days, even Sunday, weekends, many people go there and pray until today. He actually established, or I don't know if St. Mina Monastery was there before or not, but he made it. There was no monastery before. He found it, and it's big monastery now. My brother is a monk there. Another quick story, we went with my family to visit Abba Krolos. So he told to my dad, he told him, your older son is a doctor. Okay. He said about me, I was still, Egypt has this high school certificate in order to apply for university after. He told them, this one will be clever engineer like his dad. Exactly this word he said. And then he came to number 3 and he held his hand. I told him, Abuna, this is ours. I didn't understand what mean is ours. But my dad told him, Sayyidina, okay, leave him for me until he finished university and I bring him to you. So he finished medical school, opened his clinic, left everything. He's in the monastery since 1980. So Pope Carolus knew that he will be devoting his life to Christ. He was very, very simple man, extremely simple beyond. He used to walk through the Vespers, and then a very poor lady wanted to give something to Sayyidina, so she gave him 3 eggs. So she wanted to give him 3 eggs, so he took them from her, and he told them, are they boiled or they're going to miss my pocket? She said, no, it's boiled, Sayyid. So he was very simple. He got sick one day, and the Vatican ambassador visited him in his own room. And he looked around, he told him, no, Sayyidina, you cannot live in this room. The room I saw it was simply a wardrobe, very old one, and a bed, and night table, very old night table, and a chair. The chair now is with Abuna Rufail at the monastery. That's all. So the ambassador told him, Sayyidina, I will pay for it. He said, no, this is so good. Many people don't have any place to stay. I have a great place. So he was really modest. He cared, he opened his door for everybody. For the poor or the rich, anybody was able to see Ambacrolus people lining up all day to see him. But the power of prayer, he prayed the death liturgy, he was praying all day. He took few breaks, 2 hours nap time during the day, and continue praying again. The power of prayer, that he got the peace, that was very tough time. If you heard about Nasser, Jamal Abdel Nasser was not an easy president for Egypt. He was very tough. And with the Lord's blessing, with Pope Carolus' prayers, he turned his heart from against the church into supporting the church that he paid 100,000 Egyptian pounds in 1990 something. This is equivalent to a few $1 million today, to build the cathedral in Abbasiyah now, the big cathedral. They were building the cathedral and we ran out of money. So Abdel Nasser paid from the government that money. So it shows you that power of prayer, it gives us peace and it changed our life to joy. We will go through trouble. We'll go through tribulation. We'll go through everything. But there is difference between if I go through trouble, I am shaking, but going through trouble and the rock, the Lord is my rock. The prayer, give me the peace, give me the joy. Decision in my life, I'm not afraid to take decisions, but I pray and the Lord directs me. I want to talk about another saint quickly, Abuna Bishoy Kamil, from Alexandria. Abuna Bishoy I saw him, was a very, very peaceful. He died at age of 42 with brain tumor. But he was really, really, you love to talk to him. He used to go to church, to his church whenever he's going, and there was a guy sitting there insulting him every time. Imagine you go to church and somebody dedicated his life to insult you. So one day Abuna Bishoy went, and the guy was not there. Nobody insulted Abuna. So Abuna Bishoy asked, where is the guy? So they told him, oh, he's very sick, he's in the hospital. So Abuna Bishoy took a bouquet of flowers, visited him in the hospital, and told him he's not Christian. So didn't want to pray for him, but he told him, we missed you, I used to see you every day. We wish you good health. The guy changed completely. And this is what we be. We are the light in the world. When the Lord says you are the light in the world, yes. We don't return bad things with bad things. No. We live higher than the rest of them. Before I conclude, I want to talk about the most important saint in our church, Saint Mary. And I like very much one word, one statement Saint Mary said during the wedding of Cana Galilee. Saint Mary, anybody remember what Saint Mary told them to do? When they ran out of wine, she said one statement, because Saint Mary has very few statements. Yeah, whatever he says to you, do it. She did not say, do what he tells you. No. She said, whatever. What does that mean? That he is going to ask you for something not normal. He's going to ask you for unreasonable things for us. But she said, do it. So the same thing for us. The Lord asks us, gives us many promises in the Bible. And we have a promise that he is honest in all his promises. He will take care of us. He will cover us. He will hold us. So this is what the saints see the Lord, trust him, love him, and through his love, they enjoy it more. I want to conclude with something really close to my heart. And I hope you have a few minutes to talk about it. Is faith is enough for us? Is it enough to be a good Christian by having faith only? Yes.
We need acts also.
Yes, we need acts, right? So we have to do both. Thank God, the people of this church are extremely generous. Wow, that's nice. So we have, I'm not advertising, but maybe I'm advertising. Okay, I'm honest. Many families of the church, at least family of 50 of them, they manage every month to collect fresh food and hot food cooked at this corner of the cathedral on 4th Saturday of every month. We take this hot food and salad and cook the vegetables, cake and fruit cups, and we go to social housing in Lawrence and Kingston. We prepare 340 hot meals in bags, and we go door to door to give it to the people who really need it. These people living on $700 a month welfare, they pay $300 to the government to stay in these units. These people were mainly the homeless, but the government built these social units for them. So they end up to live the whole month with $400. I think maybe some of you could have spent today $400, right? You see, with these high prices now and everything we're going through. So I remember one day we took the empty boxes to the garbage, and then a lady came, followed us to the garbage, and she was looking for food in the garbage. So I asked one of the youth who was serving with us. I told him, go and ask him what you want. He asked her, what do you want? He asked her, do you want a meal? She said, yes. So he gave her a meal, and then she stayed there, standing. So I told him, go and ask her, what do you want? So he told her, do you want extras? She said, yes. So he got more cake. We had more cake. He gave her more cake. And then God arranged that he was handing out the meals on the 3rd floor. And then someone told him from the 3rd floor, do you know the lady downstairs? Was begging downstairs. He said, yeah, I know her. They told him she never eats alone. All the food she collects, she comes to us. She lives in the 3rd floor. Knocks on every door and say, guys, I have this food. Let us eat together. So none of us will go hungry tonight. So they love each other. They care about each other. But it's so sad that in Toronto, there are people who go to bed without food. Yeah. So we have another service that if you have old clothes, you don't need to collect them. We deliver frozen beef and macaroni casseroles with specific recipe to the Good Shepherd homeless shelter in downtown Toronto. And thanks the generosity of the people here, 150 families donated about 260 cassettes. We delivered them 2 weeks ago. So I'm inviting you. Just give and you will see. You will enjoy. You will see something different. It's not the same thing. We are not. So is faith. Read the Bible, enjoy it. With the life of the saints, read their lives. You live with them, and you see how beautiful. And instead of being worried, I went through many things in life, very bad things, and good things. But with the Lord, it is our leader. We tell him, Lord, you take care of us. We don't know what's tomorrow, right? As one bishop told me, we don't know what the future holds, but we do know who holds the future. So we are in his hand. He's taking care of us. And thank you very much for me to come.
Thank you so much, John.
I hope it was not long.
No. Anyone has any questions regarding the service that Uncle spoke about? Because I think it's a very important one, and I went a couple of times with Uncle, and I think a couple of times before ordination as well. We were driving as well, so.
Fourth Saturday of every month. We could 9:30 in the morning. The truck will be waiting there at the corner here of the parking lot, and we take the food at 10:15. We are in the building. From 10:15 till 12, group of families or servants come and pack the meals, and then another group or people can stay to go door to door. They register that they need the food, so we don't give the food unless they ask for it. So we go to hand out the 342 buildings. So it's amazing. I see many things in them. We used to serve with the Good Shepherd. By the way, I talk a lot. So if I take your time tonight, tell me thanks, okay? I remember Brother Rene in the Good Shepherd's shelter. He's a monk there. He had an open heart operation. And when he came, usually the hospital, and he released the patient after, I think, 4 or 5 days. So the lady taking care of the building and the monks and their needs and things like that, she couldn't find Brother Rene in his bed. He had open heart surgery. They kept looking for him. Guess where they found him? They have a building adjacent to the shelter for terminally ill people, dying people, whom you have to feed by the spoon until they die with dignity. So she found Brother Rene, worried that nobody would feed his man he's taking care of, and went to feed him. She told him, Brother Rene, you are so sick. Go back, please, we'll feed him. Don't worry. But you see, I said this story because of one thing. It's not a duty, no, it's love, right? He sees Christ in him. He sees Christ in this poor man dying now to feed him. You read about Mother Teresa, about stories about Abba Brahmo Fayoum. Many stories, they saw Christ in the poor person. And it was amazing here. So you will enjoy it here. Okay? But you are welcome if you want me to give. I can add you to the group and you come whenever you can. So I can add any one of you to the group, so you know when we announce that we need the food. Usually we write to the people that we need the food this day, and I call individuals who committed in order to make sure we have the food. We don't want to go there missing some portion of the food. So it's by the way, it started for the 2 years of the pandemic. We didn't miss 1 week. Yeah, during the tough time of the pandemic. So it's a great blessing. You will cherish it. You will enjoy life. You will see that you can make things happen. You can change the world. Thanks. Just give your name to Mariam if you are interested. And give your name and mobile number and can help. we don't pray to the saints. We pray to the most loving, merciful God himself. But exactly like if I want something from Abuna, so I talk to Abuna, but I really need badly. And I know Irene very well since she was very young. So I would go to Irene and tell her, please, tell Abuna that I need this. I need him to call this person tomorrow. So this is what happened. You pray to the Lord himself. All our prayers, all our relationship is with the Lord himself. Those are our intercessors. They intercede on our behalf. That they know us, they were here with us, and the Lord himself was here too. So, but intercession of the Lord is different than their intercession. Intercession of the Lord is for atonement, for us to go to a heavenly kingdom. For Pope Kronos and all other saints, and they listen to us and pray to us. For example, if I have somebody sick in the family now, so we pray every day. Pray for them. Ask the Lord in their behalf. But our own love and everything is going to the Lord himself. And Abuna can clarify more.
I'm asking because structural-wise, sometimes we say like Pope Kyrillos healed this person or Gergis did something.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes we refer the miracle to the saint.
Which is wrong. Which is wrong. Yeah. Pope Kyrillos used, I tell you a quick story. I talk a lot, by the way, so you can't tell me that's tonight. Okay. One day, Abba Kyrillos sent one priest to a very far away church that newly built and nobody lived in the area. So Abuna هو رايح قال I don't understand why I go to pray an empty church. So he used to take his son as a deacon in order to face the Vesper. And then he started praying, he looked behind himself, he found the church full of saints. And he saw, you know, the anchorites they have this, they can go from place to place. He saw Pope Kyrillos with them. So he came running back to the cathedral. And he told them, Pope Kyrillos, Pope Kyrillos. He told them, don't talk, don't say anything. He never wanted any praise from anybody for himself, because he did not do it. It's the power of the Lord who gave him everything. So it's a gift from the Lord, either healing the sick or any gift, any spiritual gift is from the Lord himself to us. And we all can be saints. Can I say stuff to say we all should be saints? I know the world is hard on us. Many things happen to us and topple us upside down, right? But we have to go again. He accepts us as is, and we go again and again and again. The saints are our helpers to see their lives and follow their ways in order to be there with him. Did I answer? Okay, thank you very much for inviting me. Seriously, I'm happy with this active. I follow your photos in Instagram. I love your trips.
Uncle has an Instagram, I don't have. That's how we know he's a saint.
No, I love your trips to be special. Right, the right group, right? Huh? Yes, it's very, very. Actually, my wife went to Elite doing business. She told her, you know, your church is great. And she talked about this trip. She is I think Italian or Portuguese lady. She said, your church is amazing. You provide good chance for young ladies, young men to go in a good, healthy atmosphere, to enjoy and come back. Yeah. So thank God for giving us this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Uncle. Thank you.